gentle fade.
No, we're good. We're good.
Are we?
We're good. We're there. We had a brief technical difficulty. It's a nice thing about having a fast computer, though, because reboot, back up, and running.
We'll see how this goes. We're having storms here, so I'm wondering if that's related. So if you hear a low rumble, that's the thunder rumbling through.
Well, welcome to NeoMix.Live.
Yeah, I'm Tamara Neo.
Flux Neo. We have been on a hiatus, and I figure the best way to explain why is just to simply explain it. We've had, what would you call, kind of an emotional time,
big
period.
Dirty cry. No,
Yes.
We have 3 children.
3.
And one was expected to leave for college, and so that brings its own emotions. It's my first one to leave the nest, and she leaves this week. So I was
this week or next?
Next
week.
Well, it's already Friday, so I guess within the next 7 days. So I was ready for that one. Well, we have another one who they're Irish twins, basically. So they were very close. And she has decided that she knows where she wants to go to college. And she wants to establish residency there in advance and get used to the lay of the land and everything. And we have family there. So it was something that we could possibly do. So we
possibly we're Neos.
We made it happen. So my middle child, my dear sweet middle child, who's probably of the 3 most like me in personality. She's who I will watch old movies with and Disney movies with.
Yes, she got your emotional temperament, but my looks, body type, a lot of Hispanic is evident in her. But she's moved to Arizona now.
They start school there very early. So,
they're on a quarter system.
Yeah. So they started school before the end of July. And we decided this mid-July. So suddenly we're up, we're packing, we're moving, we're getting the white autistic cat drugged up to take the flight. Yeah. We're taking the Ford.
And nothing against autistic people. The cat is peculiar.
Well, I spent time with that cat through all this time, and that cat is a doll. I love that cat now.
Yeah, I still think she has issues.
She may.
And
not with our daughter.
Beautiful cat, all white.
Oh yeah, one
loves
green
our
eye,
cat,
one blue
or our
eye.
daughter could run around with that cat slung by the
that
tail,
cat loves her.
It would dote on her.
Largely a feral cat, and it took to her, and it puts up with the rest of us.
Yes.
So, at any rate, 4 suitcases, the cat, the kid, and me on a plane across the country to a desert.
Not just any desert, Tucson. Now, little background, what's kind of interesting, Tucson's hometown, for me at least. And so it's one of those things, kind of a homecoming in a way. So even though, my daughter's grown up out in the east here in the Appalachian Mountains, her DNA, the blood coursing through her, is very much that of a desert person. Many, many generations of my family have been in Tucson all the way back when it was Mexico, and through the various iterations.
She clearly identifies.
Yeah, she loves the desert. She loves the desert beauty. Mm-hmm. But when you're great-great-grandparents and great-grandparents and everybody, you can just see where they lived, where they're buried, and the like. It definitely lets you know where your people come from, if you will. So in a way, it's kind of a homecoming for her. What's I think also funny is that where she is at, Tucson's kind of a basin. It's surrounded by mountains, and up against the foot of one of the mountains, the Rincon Mountains, is a little community called Vail. Mm-hmm. And I grew up literally in the acreage that she's on. That which is directly adjacent to it is the desert I ran around in as a little kid. So the same wash that now my brother, her uncle, owns, is literally where I ran around, and some of my formative years as a little kid were spent there. So it's very endearing on one level, but it's a big deal. And to go from 3 kids, literally in one fell swoop, we're down to just 1. It's very peaceful. I mean, it's very, oh gosh, I miss them so much.
I miss him enough for both of us, so don't worry about it.
Well, Tamara went out there, though, to help get her set up.
And I thought, oh, it'll be a week tops. I was out there for 3 weeks, and I probably could have stayed another week to finish everything I wanted to finish. But I've got, we did a lot. We did a lot in that time. Her uncle has this big plot of land and a big house, lovely house. But he's got 3 children of his own and a 4th that's due any day. So it's a cramped house, and we just felt like it would be best if she had her own little space. There were no extra bedrooms. So we ended up doing a search and finding a travel trailer and have it set up right there. He's got all the hookups necessary for it.
Electric, plumbing, water, the whole 9.
So we took a 2012 travel trailer and did a major update. Although it really was in excellent shape when we bought it. If it was just for you and me, it would have been just stellar.
Well, and you're going to do at least a slide or a video
Not
or
today,
something
but I'm
like
going to do
that.
several videos. I did walls. I painted floors. I dyed carpets. Did you know that you could dye a carpet? I took the valances off and redid the valances. So we took a 2012 brown granny look, to quote my daughter, and updated it to grays, blacks,
Granny,
whites.
I'm Granny stage in her
Grays,
view,
blacks,
so
whites, buffalo check, and cherry. And it is absolutely cute as a button, just like her. So it totally fits her. Yeah. So that'll be in upcoming shows. But what are we talking about today?
Well, at least for today. And so that kind of explains, before we get on, where we've been. It's
where we're going to be. We won't be here next Friday. Because we're saying goodbye to the second one.
Yeah, our second one's going to be becoming a rat.
Yes, she's matriculating to VMI to become
Virginia
a rat.
Military
That's what they
Institute.
call their students before they break out in February. So basically, it's like a very difficult boot camp.
Difficult. It's basically hazing.
And running and pushing up and not sleeping and still going to school.
A lot of discipline involved, but she wants it, and I think she's going to excel and prove to make the most of the opportunity to go there.
She's certainly excited about it.
Yeah, so next week we'll be off as well, but I think after that we should be back into a rhythm where we will make sure that we have regular shows, do our live stream. I have tried to keep content going up, if you'll notice. You can find us on YouTube, and because we have hit a little bit of a subscriber milestone, we now can just be found if you go on to youtube.com/C as in channel /NeoMix.Live. You can find us. So you don't have to worry about a gobbledygook URL anymore. It's just youtube.com/C/NeoMix.Live.
Okay.
So much easier to remember. But nonetheless, it is kind of cool. So thank you for everyone who's subscribed. If you haven't yet, please consider it. It's a big help to kind of grow the station. If you're on Facebook, please like the material that we're doing. We obviously want input and feedback. And I think tonight's show is kind of fun because it's a interesting little cross section of subject matter. But I think it is still, how would you describe it? Very much indicative of our temperaments, but also I think indicative of where we want to take our show, in that we're exploring interesting things. And so I think tonight will be worthy of consideration for anyone who hasn't checked our show out before.
And I didn't have time to do any videos, so we're winging this whole thing today.
I'm not winging it.
You never wing it. This man can stand up and give a tome on anything for an hour and keep going. Me, no, I like the videos, so this will be interesting for me.
But I think that is a good point, meaning that as far as content goes, we each have our respective strengths. And I think that's one of the benefits and I think appeal of doing a show like this, is that, where you tend to be strong, not really my thing, and vice versa.
Kind of that way in work and life.
Yeah. Work works that way, raising kids that way, cooking absolutely that way.